So hi again, everybody. We're back again. This time we're going to record a few in bulk, so we're going to scatter them out throughout the year, basically. I'm here with my good friend Ben, and today, as you've probably seen in the title...
Well, was I a bit late then?
You're a little bit late there, sir, but it's all right.
I don't think I was, but okay.
Okay, that's fine. We'll work it through.
I will agree to disagree.
Okay, that's fine. But today we're going to be looking at the film, obviously, in the title, which is Bikini Model Academy, 2015 terrible film starring Gary Busey. And we're going to be recording another 2 or maybe even 3 of these that will probably go out throughout the rest of the year. So yeah, this is the film. This is the first one we're doing. We're slowly drinking through the night, so most likely by the third film, it will just be incomprehensible laughter and rambling. So do bear with us. But yeah, enjoy this introduction to the film Bikini Model Academy, starring the national treasure that is Gary Busey. We are queuing it up from just after the first film logo fades out, but just before the text fades in. We'll have a cue point for that, and we'll sort of show you how to go. And in the meantime, let's just crack on and have a good laugh. Ben's eating cheesy chips, and I've got pizza for the night. So
explaining that horrible, disgusting noise in the background.
Well, it's a comedy dining experience after all, so we've got to have some comedy dining involved. So, buckle up. Odds are that nobody's seen this film because it is a very obscure one. And prepare yourself for the magic that is Bikini Model Academy.
I have to take a break from these now.
He's already stopped eating.
They're so starchy.
The comedy dining experience continues.
The complaining already begins.
So let's cue you up and we'll be ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. And I'm counting down. It's 3, 2, 1, and go.
So right off the bat, what's this film called again?
Bikini Model Academy.
It's not called Bikini Model Academy 3.
No.
I got it in my head that it was Bikini Model Academy 3 for some reason.
If there were 3 of these, I'd be dead by now.
I would happily watch 3 of these.
You are in the wrong place.
Speaking of which...
Already there are lovely ladies.
Uh...
Lovely-ish ladies.
The best way to watch a film that you've never seen before is to talk over it into a microphone. So have no idea what's going on in the plot.
It's alright.
But judging from the visuals, do I need to know what's going on in the plot?
No, there is no plot.
Sweet.
That's the thing I need to tell you very clearly.
That's going to be a theme of tonight. Cheese and box. I apologise.
It's alright. No, there's no plot in this film.
Ooh, drama.
A little bit of drama.
No one kisses like that.
No.
No one in life kisses like that, and certainly I've never... Oh, Dad, what's she doing under there, Dad?
I believe she was wrapping a present.
Oh, for Christmas?
Yes.
I love Christmas.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah, this
film...
I need to make this very clear. This film was written and directed by Straw Weissman, and I use the word written in the loosest terms imaginable. It wasn't so much written, more improvised. I imagine, and I say this in the review, that this was actually more sort of written in the style of Curb Your Enthusiasm, in the sense that they have a vague idea of where they need to be and where they need to...
Now is that... Do you know this for sure, or are you just assuming from what you've seen? I'm
assuming, based on what I've seen, that basically they've been given a way that the scene starts and a way that the scene ends, and then they're pretty much asked to improvise the rest of it. And the only reason I say that is because if he scripted it, it would be the most naturalistic, unnatural scripting I've ever seen.
Did they script this sequence with the terrible, terrible music?
Stephanie
Busey, I wonder if any relation. Adam Weissman.
I imagine so. And
Andrea Patel.
Oh yeah, this is a German copy we've got a hold of because it was only ever released in Germany and America, so we don't really have any access to a UK copy of this.
I love the way Germans spell music.
Music!
Camera!
That's great.
With a kicking K.
With all of the Ks.
All of them.
All
they're going out of style.
Definitely.
It's fine.
I'm just going to say this in here. I'll be right back.
Where are you going with your 16-inch pizza? You greedy. No one needs a 16-inch pizza in life, do they? Please send correspondence if you agree or disagree.
Our tipple for the evening is whiskey. I am on a Jim Beam, and Ben is on a Clark's.
You're gonna do that thing that you did on the Fred's one, where you just talk about everything. Oh my! Where you just talk about everything we're doing at all times.
Yes.
So just to let you know, we're in a room that has 4 walls. Great.
I've just put ice in my drink.
You want a kiss?
He put ice in his drink, just so you know. Just clarifying. Okay. Oh dear. Well, that's the story of every lad's life, innit? Hey, hey,
Cool, blimey.
running away, hey, banter.
Oh no, the weed is ruined.
Oh no, oh fuck.
Hmm.
Bro, that's like, don't you hate it, bro, when like your weed gets ruined, bro? Don't you hate it, bro? Like, bro?
You don't know how close you are to actually how those characters are through this film.
What if I crack my toes in the microphone? I did. Oh, it didn't work.
Alright? Once those girls find out that you murdered a crop,
That's a bit dramatic.
This is what I'm saying. All the dialogue feels very heavily improvised, which makes me think there was no script, just that there was a vague idea of what was happening.
Or maybe it's just a really shit script.
It's either one of the worst written scripts I've ever seen, or it's improvised.
It's set in a universe where all women dress like that all the time.
Literally.
Wish I could live in this shared cinematic universe where all women have been dressing like that since about 19 forever.
And are obsessed with weed. That needs to be the important thing, because every character in this film is obsessed with grass, and there's no character who's just like, I think this is a little bit morally, objectable, but
Their eyes aren't red enough to be obsessed with weed.
and yet they are.
Oh, this is making me very uncomfortable.
Welcome to the world of Bikini Model Academy. I thought exactly the same thing when I watched it. I watched it and I couldn't quite believe this got made in about 3 years ago.
So Dan, what's the source material for this? Was it based on a novel? Was it based on a play? Who wrote the novel of this?
This was entirely written by Straw Weissman, who you might remember quite fondly from writing the film Cyborg 3.
Or you might not. In which case you probably won't.
Or you might not, because it was a terrible film. I enjoyed it. It was a very campy, bad film.
They're still gabbing about nothing, by the way.
Yeah, they're still talking about the weed being destroyed.
So, no, we are off like a prom dress. Good luck. Friday to make money. Oh, and I hope you
Ooh, yeah.
last year shake and that.
Like, just want to go shopping. Oh my god.
So their partners have just left them because their weed has died.
Oh, okay. What? Oh, as in left him, like, broke up with him?
Yeah.
Well, that's a typical, oh, there he is.
He is Gary Busey.
Good day. My two invisible informers who just
Gary Busey
told me that you're out of pocket.
used to be a rather respectable actor. He used to be in the Buddy Holly story, and he used to be in all these great stuff, and now he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt in a stoner comedy.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm leaning more towards your previous theory about, yeah, they just fucking made it up as they went along, mate.
For example,
You know, people watch films and they generally just go, oh, do people just make up as they go along? I think it might be the case.
I like the fact that it took you about 5 minutes to come round to my way of thinking.
It's usually less.
Mm. So they've just made space cakes. I don't know why they chose that music. That's the thing that bothers me about this.
Copyright music. Oh, he's doing some hilarious acting. Oh, it's too hot. Oh, it's brilliant, right? Because see, right, the cake, right, is too hot, so he has to drink milk to cool his mouth down.
Is it bad? The first thing I thought when I saw that was it was
No,
nice
Dan,
they used a GoPro.
Shut your mouth, right? Let me explain. He has to. The cake was too hot.
Mm.
He had to drink milk to cool it down. It's
Yes.
comedy genius.
Written by Straw Weissman.
It's genius.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I have chicken nuggets and chips now, and Ben is free to
Telling everything.
have as many chips as he'd like.
We're both sat here naked.
Well, I'm wearing pants.
Stark bollock.
Oh,
Because that is the only way to watch Gary Busey.
Busey's got the space cakes.
Now, I'm just silent when Gary Busey's on screen. Ooh, Gangina.
It's a fresh start. a new idea.
I should point out Ben's never seen this film before.
Yeah, I said that before. I said it's a good idea to like talk over the film. So explain to me then Guy Busey's relation to these two gentlemen.
He is not Benji. I think it's TJ's brother, uncle even.
Is that Coke? Is that Coke they're covered in?
No, that's flour.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, 'cause they were making cakes.
They were making space cakes.
During that hilarious scene.
And now he's telling them that they should get high to figure out what they want to do with their life.
Well, that's what you did, right?
I drank heavily.
So you saw this film, and you had like one of those moments in films where a single tear forms down your cheek, and La Cucaracha starts playing in the background, and you went, yes, yes.
This is what I want
That's
to do
what
with my
I'm
life.
going to do. I'm going to wear glasses and go a bit mental, and
I don't know why they put the eagle screeching in there.
because that stock eagle sound effect is in every film. It's like that stock sound effect of kids playing out. It's hard to explain, but you'll know it if you hear it.
This
It's
is
in every film.
This is them tripping.
Oh, they're tripping. I don't know, is this on weed?
Yeah. This is what Straw Weissman thinks a weed trip's like.
Okay, look, right. This is another thing that pisses me off about stoner comedies. Is that they sell weed as like this really trippy, hallucinogenic thing. It's you don't hallucinate on weed. I'm sorry to bring the conversation into territory, but I guess you kind of had to when discussing a stoner comedy.
Well, I couldn't have picked anybody better to talk
Weed
about.
doesn't make you
comedy.
hallucinate, is what I'm trying to say. You don't sit there like, oh man, I'm seeing the fairies, I'm seeing tits coming out the walls and it's dancing. It's like you just giggle a lot and get hungry and it lasts about an hour and then you want more, and that's how addictions start. You don't trip.
Of course, I should
Now,
point out.
I'm aware that this film is not exactly aspiring for Ken Loach-esque realism, but it's in every film. Like, you'll always see that where a character will take like one drag of a joint, and then suddenly, like, Grateful Dead will start playing on the soundtrack, and they're like, whoa, man, I'm seeing the fairies, I'm seeing the fucking colours. It's like, oh.
Of course, I should point out to anybody listening, we are not endorsing drug use in any capacity, unless you do.
You should take lots of drugs if you want to see boobies.
That's clearly what this film was telling me.
Yeah, I want to do something with that. I could visualize myself running.
So is she like their Lady Godiva, like their role model?
She's the great Gangina.
Look, well, you know what? If this is their fantasy, this will sound really shallow, but if this is their fantasy, why has she got little weed things on her boobies and badge?
Because they're only allowed so many boob shots in this film before it becomes a 15.
Yeah, but in this Ken Loach documentary, I expect total 100% cinema verite realism, and I expect there not to be weed leaves on the boobies and badge. So, ergo, this film fails. 9 out of 10, bad game.
Ben, I think you're going to find that this film is... Oh, she had a bit of boobage.
Well, speak of the devil, as an angel might say. Well, now we know what funded the film, I guess.
Moderate nudity?
Whoa, Jesus Christ! I wish you saw this on weed. Christ! And they're having space cakes, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
Why don't you tell me
It's a bad advert for weed, not because it's encouraging weed use, but because it's misselling on what it does. I'd love to see an honest stoner comedy where they just sit around and just every now and then they just go, "Do you order a takeaway?"
Now we're going to start a
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Fuck it, mate. Let's go.
flies and the bikinis of
It
everyone.
just reminded me of the time we broke the kebab house.
Gary Busey's not doing much in this film. He's just kind of sitting there.
Well, he's the drawer of this film. Oh, this is a comedy bit.
Oh, I love comedy bits.
It's a way of life. And it's a state of mind. We ask BMA. Bikini
Oh, they're
Model
acting.
Academy. Believe that any girl or woman.
This is the Bikini Model Academy theme, by the way.
Mm.
This theme tune. This is the Bikini Model Academy theme tune.
Every good film has a something theme after it. The Cannibal Holocaust theme.
Is available for those who can apply.
Weird mix of German and American sensibilities in this, isn't there? Like,
It's-
it's like. It was probably filmed in Germany. It looks like it.
No, this was filmed in LA.
It was filmed in LA.
Filmed in LA with an all-American cast.
Yeah,
The
but
only reason-
LA kind of looks like every place.
The only reason why there's German subtitles and German dubbing is because I couldn't get a hold of the film legally, legitimately in this country, and the only version that was available was a German copy.
I'm getting high off Gary Busey's shirt right there.
Yeah,
That
that is an intense shirt.
looks like it was shot on a DV camcorder.
It was probably shot on a Canon D650.
Ooh, I'm Dan. I know cameras.
Oh,
I'm down.
this is their enemy.
They're rivals. Who's that dickhead in the sports car? He's
Listen to his name. Listen to.
Gordon Randolph Beauregard Stadelmeyer.
Wait for it.
Or as we maliciously taunted him since grade school, Grubsnout.
Oh, there's comedy captions.
His enemy name is Grubsnout.
Is that a German thing?
No, that's his actual enemy name.
But see, he must be a baddie, right? Because he's got a sports car.
And they've only got space cakes, so it...
and they've only got shorts. So, you know, what are you going to do?
Oh, he's opened a rival bikini modelling school.
This supports my theory that he can spy on us. You're not fine.
I'm loving this, by the way. They clearly shot like the wide shots of the car and they've dubbed over the dialogue that they need to go in. Just get in the studio and went, just fucking get in there and fucking record it, you motherfuckers.
It's me, Gordon Randolph Beauregard Stadelmeyer.
Oh, you told us your name. Or rather, they told us that name, so don't...
And then he repeated it.
Oh, he's so cool. He's smoking a fag while driving.
But it's alright, because he's got a fag as well.
And he's got the babe.
You know, I'd ask you how to
We really got some mileage out of that fucking green screen, didn't we?
Oh yeah, they used it well.
Oh,
And he implied that
That
she
guy
gave
is-
him a blowjob.
he's just the worst. And she loves it, the fucking slag. Look at her. She's already under the power of the dickhead.
We should point out we're very liberal
Look
people.
at them. Why are they in heaven now?
We're very liberal people. Ben goes to church probably once a year.
Anyway,
What did... Is this meant to be a funny bit?
I think so.
Why?
That's the problem
why
with
are
this
they-
film.
Why are they against clowns?
I don't know. This is the problem with this film, and this is what I've been trying to tell you.
As I'll say for the second time, and probably 2 out of 300, I don't think Reed makes you see clouds.
Number 2, get girls.
Ah, so this film is basically Reddit the movie.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
How to pick up girls in your area.
Step
How to-
one,
how to
get a
be-
girl.
How to be... Step 1, don't make a strange film where you set it half against a green screen.
They're giving out flyers for the Bikini Model Academy, and women are interested.
Well, I'd be interested, and I'm a woman.
Hey, in fairness, if somebody handed me a document saying I would be a good Bikini Model Academy entrant, I'd take it.
So, and of course, all the girls who sign up to Bikini Model Academy are incredibly stacked and extremely conventionally attractive and photogenic, because that's what would happen.
Yeah,
That's what would happen in real life.
I can take it you're in love with this film already.
I'm in love with the idea of murdering you slowly.
Would it stun you to learn there's an hour and 10 minutes to go?
TJ, will you fix that, please? It's shot on her face.
I used to be a cheerleader.
I used to be a cheerleader.
Oh, you're gonna love
I just
this
like
film.
boys and shopping and fashion and oh my god. I just wear really short and short. That's what we do in films. What?
Oh, you are gonna really love this film.
Away from, and if you could just repeat the questions in your answer.
My name is Sandy, and I'm originally from Miami.
This is.
My
I
name is
feel like we're going to be
Catherine
put on some kind of register for watching this.
Oh my God.
I know the feeling. That's the worst part.
You ever go around a friend's house when you're maybe 13, 14, and he's found his.
My parents
Is it?
call me Jane. My name's Colleen.
Oh, get it, plain Jane, because she's not conventionally attractive like the others. Ha,
She's got
fuck her.
that, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
she doesn't live up to our standards, so fuck her.
You could now. I think you've watched enough of this film so far to be able to tell that this is a little bit objectifying to women.
It's automatic. I don't have to print
No. Oh, he sniffed her from behind. That's fine. Jesus Christ.
Just a little bit objectifying to women, maybe.
If I ever got that reviewer job at Empire, my one line review of this film would be, the director needs to get laid. Jesus Christ, I've never seen so much repression on the screen. This is worse than a Ken Russell film. Christ. They're going to start bloody jumping about next to Wagner. I hate this.
I described this film in my review as it was like watching somebody trying to wank in oven gloves.
It's really like...
And I'm pretty sure they don't.
All it
It's really ugly and weird, and it's trying to like...
It's behind my back.
Oh.
What brought you out here today?
You pay me, right? I have a lot to
It's funny because women will do anything
These
for
guys
money.
right
It's
here.
so funny because women are just so shallow, aren't they? Right, guys? They'll do anything for money. They'll do anything. They'll squeeze the boobies and they'll make a comedy noise and it'll be brilliant.
For the sake of clarity, Ben is being ironic there. Don't want anybody there.
Jesus Christ! Don't explain the joke.
Look, I have to, because there are people out there who'll watch this who'll think you're being serious.
Stupid people.
Yeah, effectively.
You know, I'm totally throwing my heart out to him.
It's funny because Gary Busey was tired.
He probably was genuinely tired and just filmed around him.
Would you care for any nuggets or chips?
I'll grab another if it's going.
Go ahead. I'm going to wrap them up and take them back to the kitchen, so if you want to grab as much as you want from it, because I'm not going to eat any more of this for a bit.
No, I've got half a pound of chips right there
Fair dues.
with my 1 quart of cheese, so I'm good.
Well, I shall leave you in the very capable hands of my co-pilot for the time being whilst I return this back to the kitchen.
Really? Big Gang? Is that it? Yeah, Big Gang is good. I'm trying to give you this. I'm here. I'm giving you Denzel Washington to remember the Titans.
So I genuinely think
Okay.
that
Here.
You know what?
Quit?
I said it as a joke before, but I might be correct. Guy Busey might actually just be
No, it's not.
just genuinely lying down. Like, can I lie down in this scene and just not do anything?
And they said yes.
I'm getting paid either way, so fuck it. And Vice was like, okay, that's fine.
What was
Fucking
that?
whatever.
Why is he German?
Because he is German, Dan.
What was that story you told me about Gary Busey where he was asked about his favourite Muppet?
Yeah, his favourite Muppet is Crazy the drummer.
And some of us don't want to
I read that in Empire once. They did a feature on asking celebrities what their favourite Muppets were. And Gary Busey said that his favourite Muppet was the drummer, and the drummer's called Crazy.
The problem, the fundamental...
Muppets would really make this film better.
Yeah.
Animal! Look at boobies!
But then it wouldn't be Bikini Model Academy.
Well, Kernit's Green, it's a film where they smoke lots of weed. Hey, why not do that?
That's the connection. The weed connection.
Oh, we
as
got
Kermit would
more, more exploitation.
say. Hooray! Yeah, I made a very serious point in my
Did
review
you
of
Tommy Wiseau directed this?
the greatest film never seen.
Okay, you all get over there moving the pool, huh?
Okay, everybody, take off bathrobe, jump in pools. It's gonna be a good movie.
Get the belly button out.
I can't see a bum. Can you turn
I
around?
just hope all these women were paid handsomely for this anyway.
Probably not, is the sad reality.
I bet they got paid more than Gary Busey.
I imagine so. As I say, when I reviewed this film, I was very, very sorrowful for the way they treat the women in this film is just unbelievable. I assumed that films like this stopped being made in the late 1960s with the sort of Confessions of series or the On the Buzzes.
There's some 15-year-old somewhere watching this going, I bet this could work, you know, right? We just put out an advert and all these fit birds will come and roll. Oh, look, she's picking a nose. It's funny because she's hot, but she's picking a nose. That's funny.
This is the thing.
Because the thing is, right, Dan, hot people don't do that.
Yeah.
They don't pick their nose.
It's
They
impossible.
never pick their nose.
Ever. This is the thing, though. I mentioned again in the video that I don't know who this film is for because there's no sex scenes in this film.
It's for us.
There's one implied sex scene, but you don't see any.
They made it for us so we could come together and be friends.
Perverts don't want it because apart from the bikinis, there's nothing really in there for them.
It's quite soft core, isn't it? It's very like exploitive. Look at this shot of the lingering arse. But I wonder if she did a fart right on that shot.
Could well.
Like just as they were lingering across, just give that little. That was a better fart noise.
Thank you.
And I just did.
But this is it. Teenagers and the desperately lonely don't need this.
No,
because
teenagers are watching porn.
That's the
They're
thing,
not
because
watching
there's
this.
porn for this. Perverts don't need it because, again, there's porn for it. People who are into stoner comedies won't watch this because you've got Cheech and Chong and Harold and Kumar and any Kevin Smith film from the last 10 years to get through.
Also, it's not funny.
it fails on every level. It's not funny, it's not witty, it's not trying to be clever. It's got Gary Busey in it, and it treats Gary Busey like he's a national treasure. In fact, a later point in this film, they mention that he is a national treasure.
It's a bit disturbing in a way, because it is like a really weird male fantasy. But like, at least pornography doesn't disguise that.
No.
This is like, I don't know, it's very odd. You know what I mean?
Well,
there's just endless scenes of this guy making banter and trying to flirt with these women, and it's just, I don't know. There's something really creepy about it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not even titillated by it slightly. And, you know, I'll be quite upfront and honest about that stuff. But I just can't enjoy it on any level. It's very, very not nice.
Exploitative.
Well, yeah, it's very exploitative. Well, consider that was the 10th shot where it just lingered over. All it's missing is some fucking Russian guy in the background going, "What's your name?" "I'm Sandy, and I'm 22.
Oh, yeah. This is the thing. I'm lost for words with it. It's one of those ones.
So Dan, don't spoiler alert. Is this the plot?
Yes, this is the plot. The entire plot of the rest of this film is basically training montages with the bikini women, and then a competition at the end.
We should open our own Bikini Model Academy.
That's not a bad idea.
And we should get women to touch their toes just for our bizarre amusement.
Anybody who has listened to this point, if you are a female... Oh, fart joke. There you
Oh
go.
my god, actually, I said that would happen.
Yeah.
Well,
There you go.
I could have wrote this film.
She
She fell in that pool. Oh, it's like the cover of Nevermind. The babies are grown up now.
Oh, but it's alright, they're all going to get in.
Oh, they're all going to get in the pool. They're all going to have crazy, sexy, funny japes. Fancy that. She did a somersault.
She did. That was impressive.
That was genuinely impressive. I bet it wasn't the actress.
No. Oh, easy going
Oh, what larks. What larks. What the fuck?
Oh, I'm glad I showed you this.
It's weirdly vanilla.
Yeah.
Touch your toes, make splashes.
This is the thing. It reminds me of those films that were made in the 1940s, 1950s when they couldn't show porn.
Hang on, wait a minute. This slow motion shot of tits jiggling in water reminds you of films from the 40s? Explain.
It reminds me of those films from the 1940s, 1950s where they couldn't show porn, so what they would show is women in bikinis wandering around and occasionally a naked woman. If you were lucky.
They'd cut away to the corner of the room and pan across.
Yeah. It's frustratingly tame.
Why are these women so compliant?
This is the thing.
Why are they just mindlessly doing everything these fucking nutters say?
This is what's bothering me.
And where did Gary Busey go?
He's gone now.
Did he pass out somewhere?
He turns up again during the final bikini competition.
Whoa, dude! Spoilers.
Sorry, spoilers. Yeah, if you've never seen this film before, what
Gary
are you
Busey
watching this film for?
Did Gary Busey just get tired and he's just passed out in a corner?
Quite possibly. Can I be chick? Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm up.
Can I just lie down for a bit? I'm just. What are they doing now?
They're doing jiggly actions.
Oh, they're doing stuff that will make so the camera can do nice slow motion shots.
Yes, of their bums and boobs.
This film should have just been called Bums and Boobs. It would have been a more honest title.
This is the thing, and that's what annoys me. If they'd have put even a couple of softcore sex scenes in it, I wouldn't have a problem with it because it would just be porn and that would be it. It's the fact that they've chosen to not put porn in it that means I have a problem with it because it's...
Shallow man you are.
Well, the thing is, right, if they put softcore sex scenes in it, at least I could go, oh, it's just porn, and ignore it. It's just one of those things. Because I wouldn't really review porn on my channel unless there was something serious going on.
So we're not watching that porno later then?
No, not later. Sorry.
Damn it.
I know, I'm sorry. But it's the fact that they've made a film that has no sex in it at all, but is desperately wanting to. That
You know
bothers
why
me.
that is, don't you?
Go on.
Because they're trying to appeal to every demographic. They want it to be softcore enough so they can sell it as I don't know, like the equivalent of a 12 or a 15.
Their teen comedy movie.
Yeah.
I think
the baddie.
It's grip snaps.
He's on an exercise bike. That's bad.
Yeah.
I guess.
Ah, but he's shot from a low angle, which means he's in a position of power, so...
Well, go you.
Which only made grub Synopsis now.
I'm currently being shot from a low angle right now. Does that make me in a position of power?
I think you'll find the microphone is positioned from a low angle, so...
Ooh, see?
Benji was really proud of his motivational skills. He
Um,
really got those girls up and moving. Of course, he had help.
sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the riveting plot there. Look at the way she runs. She's like a girl.
Who'd have thought it?
But he soon
I
came to
reckon there's some
realize he was gonna need a
treatise
little
written
bit
on
more
this film somewhere. It's like,
support.
well, actually, I think you'll find that this is a film that's very empowering of values because, you see, the idea of men just wanting to shallowly get in women's pants by literally asking them to take their pants off is actually very empowering, I think you'll find, actually.
I'll be completely blunt with you, and I don't want to blow my own trumpet here, but I think I am the authority on this film at this point, and that's terrifying. Nobody else has heard of this film. This film exists on YouTube in full, and there's a trailer for it, and there's nothing else on YouTube about this film.
I wonder if all these women, like, hung out between takes and were like, this film is so great. I'm so happy we're part of this.
I like to think that
This is like the next Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
I could clearly see this being the next Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh look, Gary Busey's here. He woke up.
Yeah, he's not dead on a table anymore.
He's dead on the table. Guys, Gary woke. We have to do a scene with him now.
Oh! But we just got some really good shots of women in pools dancing. I know, but Gary's
We've
awake.
got another 20 hours of jiggling fanny to get in. Jesus.
I know, but Gary's awake now. We've got to make something of it. Okay, fine. We'll just have him talk to his nephew or something.
He's giving him. He's like the Yoda of this film.
Yes.
He's like, you must follow your dreams.
Actually, I think that is a perfect description of where this film is. If Gary Busey is the Yoda of this film...
Get your tits out, you will.
Jiggly jiggly! We're on a downhill slope from
Can you
here.
say that again?
Jiggly jiggly!
I'll loop that and make a little ringtone of
Yeah,
it.
if anyone wants to make a dance track of jiggly jiggly, let me know.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Even his bedroom's creepy.
this is an offensive part of the film. Bear this in mind.
An offensive part.
Yes, this is a particular part that I had a problem with.
There's a party, you guys didn't invite me? So, I sent
So they've all gone to complain to him that they've not been paid and that they're not feeling like they're going to become Bikini Model Academy academists.
We'll get to that.
Like what they aspire
Yeah.
to do.
I had to see if any of you ladies wanted to try one of TJ's delicious fries.
Oh, they're drugging them. Great.
Hooray! No.
Yeah, okay.
Using all natural, locally homegrown ingredients.
Was this film made by one of those pickup artists you see on Reddit?
No, it was made by Harvey Weinstein. That's a
What's that?
topical joke.
What does that say in the box? Miramax Films.
No!
So let's dig into it.
I like to think.
Starring Morgan Freeman.
Can I just say we've been watching this film for
Directed by Woody Allen. This is one of the better Woody Allen films.
Starring this is
Woody Allen. Just imagine on the poster. Woody Allen in Bikini Model Academy.
You see, the problem is it's not just me, it's you, but occasionally it's me as well.
It's you. Well, it's both of you indicating the text.
Yeah. Cue prison sentence.
So
they're all stoned now and they don't care about the fact they're not being paid to be Bikini Model Academy academists. And Gary Busey's turned up.
in my experience with getting stoned, you still care about things like money.
Well, these girls don't.
Well, these girls don't seem to have a brain cell between them. So, and that's not a comment about women in general. That's a comment about these women.
In
These
particular,
these fictional, generalised, male-written versions of women. By
we
the
should
way.
point out they are written by a man. This was an entirely male-written script.
You gotta admit, hey, you guys really was humiliating.
I think this
Is there a behind the scenes on this?
No, sadly not.
Is there a director's commentary?
I wish there
talks
was-
about the meaning behind certain scenes.
For a second, I thought you were going to ask if there was
This is my view of women. They're all crazy.
For a,
You give them weed, they do whatever you want. They're crazy.
for a second, I thought you were going to ask, is there a director's cut?
This is the director's.
This is the
He
theatrical
cut
cut.
his knob from all the wanking he did.
I think this is a very interesting insight into Straw Weissman's mentality. If this is what he thinks women are, I think this is a very interesting film to look at his mindset.
Oh. Dun 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 dun.
It's
The
Brooks
baddie's
now.
here.
He's going to say words with his mouth.
He's gonna put a stop to this Bikini Model Academy nonsense.
Hey, there can only be one Bikini Model Academy in California.
I think California basically is just a Bikini Model Academy.
Why aren't we in California?
Because we're here.
In England, where it rains.
Because we're not pretty.
I'm pretty.
You have to be pretty to live in California.
I'm a little bit chunky, but I can
Oh,
manage.
it's funny because they're attractive, but they're making funny snoring noises because hot people don't snore. They don't snore, Dan.
They don't. You're right.
That's me watching this film. It's an accurate representation. Uh-oh.
Oh,
He's got a pen in his mouth. Oh, well, that's not. It's a fag. Is it?
I don't know. I think it
Is
might
it
be
a
a
pen or
pen.
a fag?
I think that's a pen, actually. And now it's gone.
No, it's in his... I don't know, actually.
It's gone. That's continuity error.
Maybe that's to tie with the stoner comedy aspect. You're going to feel disoriented.
Now, would you be surprised if I was to tell you that this
I
film...
think you have Gary Busey's shirt there.
I actually do have Gary Busey's shirt from this film. I won it in an auction. I wear it daily. Sadly, I haven't been able to manage a Bikini Model Academy.
In an auction. So how many Oscars was this nominated for?
Well, would you be surprised if I was to tell you that this wasn't actually directed by Straw Weissman, that it was actually directed by David Lynch?
Under a pseudonym.
Right, girls, I want you all by the pool.
And you've all had the mystery grass, and you've fallen asleep, and it's really funny.
You're all off your goofballs.
Get off your goofballs. Oh, he's got a funny finger on his face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ultimate
that
insult.
got to it. Oh, the baddies.
Over here and say that. Am I right, ladies?
And who the hell are you anyway?
Yeah.
I don't get why these women are so weirdly loyal to these two fucking knobheads.
Welcome to...
I just met.
All you have to keep saying whenever you have a problem with this film is, I had to sit through this the first time.
You said you had to, but no one made you.
No, I saw this film and I thought I have to watch it. Because I can't live in a world where I haven't seen this film.
Just the two of us.
Bikini Model Academy, more like
Rubbish
smelly,
Academy.
rubbish film.
Yeah.
Take that, filmmakers.
So-called society.
I win.
That's that happening around here, the likes of you.
Even if what?
Even if what?
Even if you were united.
What if we were? Yeah, what if we were?
Ooh,
Oh.
now it's on. It's officially on, Dan.
Group talk.
Group
I'm
huddle.
gonna be honest. I might just be trying to bust your guys' balls a little because my
Is the
dad
baddie gonna
really
sneak in and go, I'm still right here, guys?
Better with 3 good days.
You're not even whispering.
I like to think that Gary
I'm
Busey...
literally stood about 4 inches away from you.
I like to think, you see that gap around the circle where they're all talking? I like to think that Gary Busey will just hover over to it and go,
He'll literally hover.
yeah. Hey guys, just wanted to be part of the conversation. Flies over,
Hey, how you doing?
disappears.
I got all day.
So
He hasn't got all day right. He's got stuff to do.
He's got a paintball club and a Bikini Model Academy to run.
He's got baddie things to do.
Yeah.
He's got an orphanage to burn down. 4, come on.
I don't want to spoil it too much, but his Bikini Model Academy is rubbish compared to their Bikini Model Academy. 'cause
Oh, I bet it's not as good as their one, or
his
Heroes one.
His Bikini Model Academy only has 1 student.
One student, blasphemy,
Yeah.
and they're all over 18 as well. It's
Yeah.
rubbish.
Yeah. Hang on, are you appealing to the Tracy Lords crowd here, or?
Tracy Lords,
Yes.
the porn person.
Yeah. The one who
Was
got...
she the one who was like lied about her age?
Yeah, and did porn when she was 14. And if you own one of her films now, it's very illegal and you will go to jail.
That's no good.
Social ranking thing. Listen, man.
But that was like back in the 70s,
80s.
80s.
Mid-80s. Mid-late 80s, I think.
You're still chuckling.
Billy, too much stir. And somehow,
Gary Busey gets top billing, but he's barely in this film. He's like a shadow.
this
Yeah.
valley isn't big enough for the both
He
of
turns
us.
up, says a few words, sort of mumbled,
So it
and then
goes down like
disappears.
this.
Sort of mumbles.
We have a
and then-
hose down competition.
A what down? A hose down competition.
Something like that.
Go on.
is a bikini off?
A bikini off. Well, just like real life.
I mean, Ben, I don't know how many times you've been in a situation where your weed crop has failed and you've had to open a Bikini Model Academy to make ends meet, but then your rivals turned up with a rival Bikini Model Academy and challenged you to a bikini off. But I'm sure it's every week.
When my harem, which is basically what this is, it's a harem
Yes.
of women. Whenever I get into a conflict with my antagonist, with my rival, I always get my harem behind me, and they go, "Ooh, no, you can't do that! Oh, it's on! Bring it!"
How dare he hit our men?
How dare he hit our pimp?
See, I genuinely think if this had been directed in the style of Death Wish, we'd probably have a much more
Is
entertaining
this scene?
film.
Can I ask you a question about this scene?
Yeah, go on.
Is it still happening?
Yes.
It's fucking going on for ages.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, my hair got greyer
Yeah.
somehow.
Welcome. This is why I don't think
Already
it is.
grey as it is.
This is why I don't think it was scripted. This is why I think the film was written in the same style Curb Your Enthusiasm is, in the sense that it has an opening and an ending, and that the rest is
He
improvised.
called Gary Busey Fossil Face.
And that was
Whoa.
where he said he's a national treasure.
That's like saying he's old.
He broke the fourth wall. They broke the
How
fourth
did he
wall
break the fourth wall?
because he turned and pointed to Gary Busey and went, "You leave him alone. He's a national treasure."
Oh, that's funny because he's Gary Busey.
Sign exclusive contract with my school.
What is
I'll put Ben in my
going on?
freaky, creepy shit.
It's just the same shots repeated over and over. It's kind of numbing me into a trance.
This is another thing I mentioned in my review. I say this entire film is shot for coverage. It's not shot with specific shots in mind. They got 4 cameras and they just set it up 2 close up, 1 roaming and 1 far
So is
away.
there much differences from the novel and the film?
Well, the novel had a very harrowing scene in which the bikini modelists left the academy and became poverty-stricken women.
The novel was actually set in 1920s Russia during the Bolshevik Revolution.
I thought it was set in 1860s Victorian London.
No, it was set in the Bolshevik Revolution, and Lenin was running the Bikini Model Academy, and
For the people.
for the people, and Trotsky was the baddie, and they airbrushed him out the same way they airbrushed all the ladies' boobies.
You know, actually, I think this is a very good allegory for the rise and fall of communism in the Soviet Union.
You don't have to explain. I already know 100% exactly what you're talking about
Yeah.
without having to ask any follow-up questions.
Thank you. Oh, evil music as he leaves.
Oh, well. You notice how that scene was just the same shot over and over?
Back and
it was
forth.
Close up, over and over.
Oh, this is his ex-girlfriend, the one who left because he'd run out of weed.
Oh. She's like, "Oh, you're so cool now."
Hey, I hear you're running a Bikini Model Academy.
Yeah, because that's what all women aspire to do.
That's really neat. I wish I could wear a bikini.
God. Everyone in this film is like, what? What you describe, like if you're writing like a fanfic. And then they all got their tops off.
And then they danced around a bit.
And then the evil man came and they had to have a sex off.
Not a sex off. That sounds really painful.
Sounds expensive.
It does.
I know he's your friend, but
Why is she wearing full makeup to go running?
Because, Dan, in the reality of the film, she is a woman and women must wear full makeup at all times to please men. Otherwise, what use are they?
You raise
In
a
the,
very...
in the reality of this film, women must be aesthetically pleasing visually all the time, or they're literally useless.
You know,
That's the reality of the film.
You know, I never considered that as a part of the BCAU.
Oh yeah, you know when you talk to someone and you just...
Your ex-girlfriend.
They weren't even kissing then, that's weird.
Hmm.
So that was just a weird point, but they were doing like a... What, are they just going to like fuck right in the middle of a park?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, because we've all done that, right?
Of course.
That's like real life.
Barely a day goes by.
Very...
In the
Yeah, 'cause
UK,
like-
this is referred to as cottaging.
In the UK, this is referred to as cultural appropriation.
It's okay, it's not a rape. Better get back into the shagging then.
So that's really weird, right? They did like a thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to stop making out with you suddenly. But they weren't kissing. They
No.
were just They were kind of laughing into each other's cheeks.
Yes.
Do you reckon there was some like behind the scenes thing where it's like, I don't want to kiss this guy, I don't want to kiss her, so they literally like they went ha 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 into each other's cheeks, and then they just went behind a bush and they did some over the top noises that no one's ever made ever during sex.
Yeah.
And she did like a dog thing where she shook her leg. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Oh, it's
Sorry, I'm just trying to talk myself into trying to understand this film.
Please try and process it. Bearing in mind, Ben, this was a film that's got 2 distributors and was fully funded by somebody. Somebody gave Straw Weissman money to make this film.
But I can understand why it was funded. Goes to someone, some distributor, says, I'm going to make a film that's got loads of girls, and they get their fucking tops off in the park and just fucking shag each other. Then of course the distributors are going to...
Why does Straw Weissman sound like the guy from the head baron from Young Frankenstein?
In this scene, you jump in the fucking
The one with
pool.
the mechanical hand who...
In this scene, you jump in the fucking pool and you just start letting off. Because this film was directed by Paul Verhoeven. I wish we were watching RoboCop.
I wish we were watching
I wish we were
RoboCop.
watching RoboCop 2.
That would be
That's
good.
how bad. I wish we were watching RoboCop. No, I don't wish we were watching RoboCop 3. RoboCop 3 is beyond awful.
I mean, I don't want to spoil what films we're going to be doing commentaries for coming up.
Okay, so let's just have a pool scene now because it's been 5 minutes and we have not seen any tits.
Look, this is Bikini Model Academy, Ben. We demand bikinis
Right.
and models in an
It's been
academy.
5 minutes and we've not seen any fucking boobies. So get them in the fucking pool.
Is it possible? You see, I'm getting the bikinis, I'm getting the models. Is there an academic context for this? That's the important thing.
You see, Dan, what you don't understand is the reason that the boobies are in the shot there is because the boobies are actually a metaphor. They are a symbolic representation of man's desire to procreate, and it's all about the survival of the fittest, Dan. So your coursework is very shoddy, Dan. And if you don't hand it in, there will be trouble. I will get you ordered Bikini Model Academy over and over again, Clockwork Orange style, with your eyes fucking glued to the screen, and you will be essentially brainwashed into being a very pornographic, pervy German man.
Our man here, our main man, is summoning the great god Gangina
I
again.
was having another weed trip.
Please call her what she is. It's the great god Gangina.
Because when women get together,
The first thing they do.
The first thing they do.
Hey guys, look, we're near a pool in our best clothes.
We better take off all our clothes.
Actually, that's it. Right,
It's Rick's dream. from the
Straw
young ones.
Weissman is just Rick's dream on a loop.
Don't let them take you, people's poet. But first, let's take off all our clothes.
Stop having a wet
Wouldn't
baby
it be
in the
funny?
middle of you.
Wouldn't it be great if all the women in this film were just overdubbed by me, or you just going, oh look, oh my top fell off, oh goodness, oh I'm in the pool now, oh they're all jiggly,
Oh, I better take off all these clothes and get into my
I'm
stifling
going to take
bikini.
off all these heavy clothes, oh my
no.
goodness.
She's the romance interest in this film.
Hang on, there's a romance interest.
Yeah.
He just jumped in a pool with a load of naked clad women, and one of them's like, I just think you're really special. You're not like the other guys.
I just want a meaningful relationship with a guy who doesn't mind if I wear a bikini
I
around the
want a
house.
meaningful relationship with a guy who literally paid me to walk around in my fucking bazongas all day. Like the pervy fucking rapist he is.
So Ben, you're liking this film then?
Loving it. 10 out of 10, it's the best game ever made. I would recommend this book to anyone under 10, and it's a beautiful comic, it's beautifully drawn. Alan Moore, you're a genius. I love it. It's just the best cartoon ever made. Bugs Bunny is just fantastic. This is a sensation. It's the best play I've ever seen in a million years. I love his hair, I love the bed, I love the clothes. 10 out of 10, great game, FPS brilliant.
Yeah, it's not a bad film.
It is. Clearly he was a self-made man. But even self-made
Oh,
men
Dan, this is an
don't know
emotional
where
moment.
they're going.
You have to be quiet now.
And
Shh.
a lot of
Everyone at home, shh. This is an emotional fucking moment.
Yeah, preferably if you want to get the best out of this, just turn your speakers right down to the point where they're off, then go to a different tab.
If you want to get the best experience out of it, just close the video and don't open it again. Just
Ever.
go watch something else.
Yeah. If you've made it up to this
Go
point,
watch Check Rolled.
If you made it up to this point, give us a thumbs down. Why not?
Go play Friday the 13th. the game.
We played that tonight. It was very good.
Should we talk about that for the rest of the film?
We can do, I suppose. There's not a lot going to... Basically, if you've seen the film up to now, you have a pretty good idea of how it's going to end.
They're just all going to have a mass orgy Caligula style.
But censored.
And then a disco version of...
Oh, they're going to do a kiss.
Oh, how sweet. Granddad, how did you meet Grandma? Well, I signed her up to a pervy rapist academy, and we ordered them to les off, and then we spiked them with drugs.
With retinol brownies.
Weird drugs. And that's what you'll do one day.
Anyway, don't listen to Uncle Gary Busey. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Uncle Gary's dead. He's got too much of a contact.
Not Uncle Gary, Uncle Gary Busey, I think he'll find his full
Uncle
name.
Gary Busey, as he shall always be referred to as.
This film is just...
I think I'm entering a trance.
I will reiterate this. If you are watching this commentary with this film, you're probably getting more...
Let's face it, you're not.
You're probably getting more enjoyment out of this than the film. At the same time, I also need to point out, we are progressive...
We're in a park now.
We are progressive lefty people. We don't have particular opinions on misogyny or anything like that. This is a fundamentally nasty film, and I think I'm fair in saying that.
So are they're in a treehouse?
Yes, they're in a treehouse, and he's telling him about the kissing that he got up to last night with the bikini girl.
Drama. It's like Hollyoaks.
But she's gonna rumble him because she's there.
She's gonna rumble him. This is like Hollyoaks, but well, it's exactly like Hollyoaks.
It is basically Hollyoaks, but with more booby.
Exactly.
Hollyoaks shot on a really shitty DV camera.
Sex is good.
Oh, they had sex as well.
Considerate. Probing. Curious. And very moral.
You know what?
hell.
It's okay. You can tell me anymore. I get the
And,
gist.
you know,
I'd hate to know these people. Like, if I were in this circle of friends, I'd be so upset. with
If you
myself.
were in the BMAU.
They're all awful.
Yeah, they are all awful people. There's not one
They're
decent
all
person.
dreadful, nasty, cynical. Ugh.
I'm gonna have the image of his penis.
Oh no.
Enjoy it. Alright, see if there's a click on it.
That message just came up on screen about the system will turn off if you don't do anything. I kind of want it to.
Yes.
I wouldn't have minded. We could have done the rest of this commentary just staring at a black screen. I wouldn't have cared. We could have made up the film. Oh look, they're all. Oh look at her. She's getting off with that other one.
Yeah. You see, this is the thing.
Oh, now they're in another pool.
I'm going
Bigger
to go
pool.
and get a drink of non-alcoholic substance. Ben, please explain to the audience at home who you think this film is for.
Say when goes wrong.
This film is for all of you,
The world's already changed.
all you wonderful boys and girls. I think this film was scripted and directed with one hand down one man's trousers. Particularly that shot of the baddie on an exercise bike. Shot from an extremely suggestive angle.
Oh, those punks don't even know what's gonna hit.
Ugh, those punks! It looks like a baddie in a fucking Dick Tracy cartoon.
Good speed.
Yeah, see, those punks, they won't know what hit them when I strike.
This isn't Moneyball. TJ, this
You should all
guy
go and watch How
wants
High.
to
It's
bury
a
us.
fucking much
He's
better
slave
film
up girl
than this.
and he wants to do it really fast.
No, you know what? I have a feeling that if we were smoking weed, it wouldn't improve this in any way. And normally, well, we certainly wouldn't see very soft-core pornographic images playing in our heads.
Would we summon the great god Gangina?
We would summon the god of
Hellfire!
lens flare.
Don't pretend that this film has lens flare. This
Lens
film
flare
is.
there. It's not intentional, but
This film isn't. This film wasn't directed by J.J. Abrams. This film can't.
it was ghost written. When I say ghost written, I mean a ghost wrote it. Adam Weissman is dead.
Yeah. Well, Straw Weissman. Adam Weissman was his son.
Well, Adam Weissman was enlisted among the cast.
I don't know who was Adam Weissman, but oh, that's Gary Busey.
Well,
Come on, old man,
No, that's Guy Busey not being there on the set that day, so they just fucking dubbed him.
Doing an overdub.
Come on, man, I got stuck here. Stoners, you let me in? Pussy?
Those evil stoners.
Oh, here we go. It's all kicking off. They've got t-shirts. Oh, this is the
It's
theme
kicking
tune.
off, they've got t-shirts.
This is the theme tune. Enjoy the Bikini Model Academy theme.
Mate, they won't let you in airports wearing that t-shirt. Dan, your dancing that you're doing right now for the audio format that we're recording is very good.
Thank you. Imagine the most energetic dancing you can possibly imagine to this music.
Certainly, your dancing was actually better than what these were doing right now.
Yeah. Gary Busey signed up to do this film just for this scene.
I don't know what's happening. I don't fucking know. What? What can you... I'm sorry, we're just kind of stunned silence here.
Yeah.
I see you brought everyone.
This is really, when you think about it, this is really a spiritual successor to Triumph of the Will.
Yeah. The thing that bothers me is that Poundland Stifler isn't in any way remotely threatening. At most, he just comes across as a bit
No, he's just
snidey.
he's just a strange German man.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Dan. All the cheese was on the bottom.
I told you.
That's still no excuse.
Right, I told him before. I don't know if this was at the beginning of the
We
recording.
might as well talk
or
about
not.
this because it's far more interesting than this film.
Yeah, basically, we ordered a takeaway to turn up to the house, and it arrived, and Ben was complaining that there was no cheese on his chips, and I told him at the time that it might be underneath his chips. He just didn't realise it yet. So he grated a load of cheese onto the top of it, and he's just discovered that I was right.
Don't make me sound like the knobhead that I am.
Come on, hurry.
So what's happening now, Dan, in the epic, in the opus?
This is the beginning of the bikini off.
Waiting for my team.
Oh.
You know, my only regret is that we didn't invite Jonathan to this.
Where is your team anyway? Yeah. Oh, my team should be here any moment.
Jonathan is a friend
you
of
can't talk
Ben
about
somewhere.
people. You can't just say the names of friends on the fucking thing.
Right, I have a friend. Well, Ben has a friend called Jonathan who is also my acquaintance, and he would have loved this film.
Dan, you're talking over a very pivotal plot point.
Oh, this is where you see the other rival Bikini Model Academy members.
Uh-oh, there's gonna be trouble.
She's turned up in her roles, so
Dan, what exactly goes on in a bikini? I guess I'm gonna find out.
yeah, you're going to find out. All I know is
Is it a recognised Olympic sport?
yes. Well, after watching the Bikini Off, I realised I couldn't manage a Bikini Model Academy.
Do you think they hired all these girls on like a Craigslist-esque listing site?
Almost definitely.
This, my friends, is the one, the only, splendiferous, the magnificent!
That's her birth name.
Now, I will admit she is a very attractive woman.
Yes, but no one is saying these women aren't attractive. What I am saying is it's extremely weird and creepy because they are being
Heavily objectified.
heavily objectified to the point where an extreme, you know, I'm a racist misogynist and I find it offensive.
So you're listening to the Bikini Model Academy comedy dining
Does she get any-
experience
does she
with
get any-
Bernard Manning.
Does she get any lines, or is she just there to be like, "Cool lads, look at her"?
Yeah, she's completely
This is
silent.
this is what women do. They just pose like that, like they're posing for a show. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, she's completely silent. She doesn't have any lines that I know of.
Your former girls can just sign over right now. Hey, little.
This is ridiculous.
Sure.
I'm glad it took you this long
This is
to
like
realise
this is
it.
like
I don't know, bro.
FHM the film.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
This is war.
This is the thing that blows my mind, though. Like I say,
Speaking of blowing,
all of the demographics that this film should appeal to wouldn't be interested in this film. I can't think of one group of people, apart from maybe incel members.
the scenes go on way too long.
Yeah,
Like this scene is done now.
yeah.
It's done.
Quaint little t-shirt.
It was done the moment she took her headscarf thing off and it panned up her body
Just
and you saw who
fucking
she was.
cut to something else now.
What about the judges?
Well, After you met Splendiferous, I didn't think you'd want anyone.
You didn't arrange it, Judge.
Fucking hell. I never thought a film starring a bunch of bikini-clad women could be so fucking boring.
Yeah, it's a really boring film. It's not the worst film I've ever seen, though. I still argue the worst film I've ever seen is Let's Ruin Dad's Day, which I showed you 5 minutes of, and you said it was awful as well.
Are they angry at her because she's not wearing a bikini and she's a woman?
They're angry at her.
And all women should be forced to wear bikinis all the time.
All the time. No, they're angry because they thought that he hadn't bought a judge for the bikini off, and he has. Oh, and Gary Busey's going to be friends with her.
Oh. Gary Busey is everyone's friend, Dan.
Whether you like it or
Whether
not.
you want him to be or not.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
I feel like I'm on the dark web.
You're not far
I
off.
feel like I'm browsing on Tor.
This is the kind of thing you would find on there. Just a really weird film about girls in bikinis who don't do anything, but they wear bikinis.
They don't get personalities, Dan.
No.
Let's see, for the first one. Well, this is easy.
Do none of these people have jobs?
And
This is called the first round of the bikini off is height, weight, and proportion.
This is just their life.
to make this
To fucking be stared at by creepy men.
And Straw Weissman.
Mary Jane Rectory.
Oh yeah, they're doing.
Horrible, vile, nasty.
But then
Waste of space.
they've got a Catholic priest in to do the height, weights, and proportions measurements.
Is that meant to be? Is that meant to be humorous?
Yeah, because it's supposed to be non-bias, and by getting a Catholic priest in who wouldn't have dirty thoughts like that.
So, because it's not a little boy in a bikini, they're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flush. 32 sheets.
Hang on.
Sandy, you're up.
Are we gonna? Are we just gonna watch a scene of them all getting measured?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Height, 6 foot 1 inch.
Gary Busey just couldn't sound more bored.
He's getting paid for this, and he can hang around with bikini-clad models all
He
day.
started off very uninfused, and he's getting very, very quickly more and more depressed as the day goes by.
I could believe
Oh, I
it.
say day because I refuse to believe it took more than a day to shoot this film.
Oh, come on, there must have been at least 2 days, because there was a couple of night shots.
I wonder what the catering was like.
It was craft.
Wonder if it was good. Wonder if there was like any cold meats, rice.
There was some cheese, there was a bit of bread. What's the worst craft service you've ever dealt with?
I've not dealt with many craft services.
You've been to a few. Do you remember that shoot that we were both on where they had that submarine sandwich thing set up and you could make your own Subway, basically?
Without saying the name, which one was that?
It was that film about that we were on in the second year where we had to do one about people facing their fears with that. It was a girls' film that we were both on, and we had a snake and a tarantula on the set.
Oh, I have no recollection of anything from that set.
Yeah, they had the
I know what you're on about, but I don't remember the food. I think I just got my own food.
Yeah,
like a schoolboy, I brought in a packed lunch.
the buffet for that was.
My mum packed me crisps, hula hoops,
Well,
ham butter,
well, they put a good. They got to put a good.
ribena.
Well, they put a good spread on for that. It was make your own foot-long Subway sandwiches.
I don't recall.
Yeah,
Not gonna happen.
she forfeited that round.
What was around?
I couldn't tell you. I don't really care.
She didn't seem that asked about it.
No.
Whatever it was.
2 points to BMA.
Seriously, what do these people do for like money and work?
They run. They're
This is just their life.
they're
I
involved in
can't
the
get over
Bikini
it.
Model Academy.
Leave that wash comes
And that pays.
Well, when you graduate, you become a fully fledged bikini model,
fine vintage.
which means you're able to model in a bikini.
Oh, well, BMA.
Is that a Confederate flag?
Yes,
We drink a lot of wine.
This film has a very deep-seated right-wing agenda.
I disapprove. I like to think that this was what would play at the.
Probably the best craft set, to go back to what we were saying just then, is when I was on that Alton Towers advert and we just ate chicken at Alton Towers.
Sounds good.
Because it was nice.
Do you remember?
Classic.
Do you remember the shoot that we were on with a good friend of ours, where we shot all around the centre of the town that I live in. And we went back to his house, and he prepared us a meal of, and I kid you not, this was the case, white baps with American sliced cheese on it. I was on lighting for that shoot, if I remember
Yeah.
rightly.
Oh, yeah. Again, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything about the
The judge scores this one.
food.
I can't think of the worst catering experience I've had, but the submarine sandwiches one was probably my favourite.
Domino's. Domino's in the...
That's the cheap answer, though. Everybody goes, oh, we'll just order Domino's in.
Well, it serves its purpose, doesn't
It's
it?
not wrong, but it doesn't have any goodwill
Yeah,
behind
but when
it.
you've been stood there doing fucking nothing for 7 hours,
Yeah.
you'll eat anything that's chucked in front of you.
True, you raise a good point.
Whoa, Dan, excuse you. That was
Oh.
foul.
She lifted those dishes.
Hang on, what?
You may not trust me after the last competition, but in my day job, I'm a waitress.
Hang on, what? Why is one of them lifting dishes?
That's the scale. That's the round for this bikini champion.
Why?
Who can lift the most dishes?
Why?
Because waitresses.
Because women lift dishes, is that why?
Yes.
Is that why?
She's being trusted to go and lift dishes, Ben.
And she has to do it in a bikini, obviously.
Obviously.
Oh, shut up. Just shut up. Stop. Fucking hell. Just pack it in. Christ. None of you are cool. There doesn't seem to be much threat in this film.
The threat is that they might lose and have to give up their Bikini Model Academy.
What's at stake?
The Bikini Model Academy.
Oh, fuck no. We have to give up our weird life of being drugged.
Oh, oh no!
Our weird culty life.
I'll-
It's a bit culty, this.
I'll
It's
have
a
to
bit like, it's a bit like Heaven's Gate. They're all going to drink Kool-Aid at the end.
I have to give up my job of wearing a bikini. I have to go back to waiting
Are they all
tables. or
going to
doing-
serve Kool-Aid at the end?
This is the thing. When you look at it, when you think about this,
Don't care. I'm hot. You're not. Beat and egg is gonna flop. Let's go big time. Go Wildcat.
I don't get it.
this is the cheerleader cheery round.
Oh. I'm no expert in cheerleading, admittedly. But,
I'm going to be honest. See, it's funny because
I'm just so lost.
this is all integral to the bikini off, Ben. I don't think you realise.
Just make it stop.
In the traditional beauty
Women are
talent
not bitches.
contest,
No.
points to BMA. Like that chick, go Wildcats. This takes us to...
I hate this. I want it. I hate this, and I want it to stop.
Well, we're near the end, if that's any consolation.
It's been going on forever.
Yes.
It just won't end.
But we're near the end, if that
This
makes
is the fucking Ulysses of stoner bikini comedies.
timed chess.
Well, what? Do you remember when we used to play chess in our bikinis?
All the time. I remember very fondly our time spent in university where we would sit in bikinis outside the house and the police would say, cover up. And we'd say, no.
we'd say, how dare you judge us? How
Yeah.
dare you try and gentrify us?
That is sexist
Fucking-
and you don't know our
fucking
gender.
pigs.
So.
Stop what you're doing. Stop acting.
Ben, this was a Straw Weissman film. You can't tell Straw Weissman to stop.
And then you play chess in bikinis, it'll be great.
And then you do the flute in a bikini and it'll be great.
Fucking float. Or you eat the fucking drug cakes again.
The drug
fucking whores.
Drunk cakes again.
Oh, it's funny because she's blonde.
She just hid a chicken breast next to her actual breast.
But, yeah, but, right, hang on. No, because they're being observed by a judge, right?
Yes.
So,
I call
yeah,
foul.
they would have fucking
Do you
seen
get-
that.
Do you get it, Ben? I call foul. Because it's a chicken.
Award for 2 points to
What was it again?
A little one-on-one water polo.
Water polo.
Oh,
Has to win by 2 goals, and winner gets 5
the les off.
It's 2v1 though.
I bet that's what they wanted to do. That's how they wanted to end the film.
Ready?
Well, it could surprise you, Ben.
And the caption at the end just says "fuck you" in German. Fucking you.
Sprechen Sie vor.
Going back to that chicken breast thing,
Yes.
as I often want to do.
Have you never put a chicken breast against your actual breast?
But she was being watched by a judge and by loads of people, right? Yeah, but they would have fucking seen her just do that thing. She wasn't exactly obvious about it.
No.
I mean, sorry, no, that sounded weird. I meant she wasn't subtle about it.
No, she wasn't.
You know, the director obviously wanted them to have the tits out all the time, so why didn't he even call it Bikini Model Academy? Why didn't he just call it Booby Model Academy and just have them be topless all the time?
Because, Ben, he wanted this film to be a 15, and it's...
Yeah, but this film is currently on nothing.
Yeah, I actually said this is barely a film, and I still stand by that. This isn't a film. A film has
It's
a plot.
rated U for useless.
Well, I've always been led to believe that films traditionally have plots or meaning.
Well, Dan, that's where you're wrong. This is Straw Weissman. He does not deal with plots.
In many ways, he's a revolutionary.
He is genius.
Yeah.
He's the next Fellini.
When I think of Pasolini films, my favourite is Bikini Model Academy.
If Pasolini had lived after Salo,
Salo.
this is the next film he would have made.
Yeah. Of course, we're more Italian fascists, but...
It's just as cynical and hateful of humanity as
Yeah.
Salo is.
Oh, yeah! That's the sad thing. This film actually probably is more sad, has more hatred
Look
towards
at that
humanity.
pointless slow motion shot of her getting out of the pool.
Oh, it's just...
Even someone wanking to this film must surely sit up at some point and go, there was no need for that.
Yeah, hang on, this is a bit far.
Weird. Why didn't you just make a porn?
This is what I was trying to tell you. If they put a couple of sex scenes in this film, I wouldn't have a problem with it because it would just be porn. I could kind of ignore it. But it's the fact...
It's funny because she's reading books and women aren't meant to do that. Women aren't meant to read
And now she's being
books.
forced into a competition, but she's plain, so...
Aw, she doesn't live up to the typical standards of men, so she's useless.
With her boobs. Oh, she took her glasses off and now she's hot. So...
Because that's how it works. Glasses off equals hot. That's how it works in all films, in all reality.
All films.
All the time.
All films. Woody Allen is a stud when he takes his specs off.
So what's this one? Stand there and look like a prick.
Yeah, pretty much.
I hate this and I want it to stop. Have I said that already? I'll say it again. I hate this and I want it to stop. His head's not even in shot properly. They didn't film it right. No. No, it wasn't. This is Incel the film.
It is. Again, this is what I was trying to tell you. It's so frustrated with wanting to be a porn film but not being able to.
They wrote this with one hand on his fucking trousers going,
I fucking love it when the first like this.
and that was the noise that was made when the script was finished.
I like to think that Straw went into the business meeting saying, I want to make a hardcore
See
porn
that board
film.
that was white? It was black to start with, but all the fucking cum that the director got on it made it white.
What you failed to notice is that half of the
You're
points
gonna
have
have to
been...
put a warning on this video.
What you failed to notice is that half of the points have been marked in red and the rest have been marked in blue, and it's been cutting back and forth. Lesbians.
Because film.
Lesbians.
Because film. Because it has to be in there.
Yes.
And now we're down to the final event for all the marbles.
Can this
Do you
film
reckon
be
she's
over?
had her nose done?
Can this film be over?
I think she's had her nose done.
I think this film should be over.
One-on-one bikini paintball.
Oh, just stop.
Bikini paintball, Ben.
Just fucking stop.
This will make or break them, Ben.
All comes
Why
down
is
to
this still going on?
This horn.
fucking numbing.
Nunning.
Numbing.
I thought you said nunning. I was thinking.
That's not. That's the word, Dan.
Techni-
Numbing.
Technically, this could be seen as nunning because there's absolutely nothing in it.
It's fucking numbing because I can't feel my brain.
I am now 4 IQ points lower at least.
I just want to die. Why are they paintballing now?
It's because the boss of the rival Bikini Model Academy owns a paintball
You
business.
can't. Paintballing in bikinis is really not practical.
And painful.
It fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Because we paintballed in bikinis at one time.
Do you
Like we
remember?
paintballed in chess and all the other similar jokes I've just made.
Yeah.
And, oh, you see, just what they did there. It's like a video game.
Ha
Right.
ha ha ha.
I think Adam Weissman might be 10.
And then they get on the field and they do some paintballing.
And then all these cute girls in bikinis, like, they get on the field and they just start getting off of each other and
And they shoot paintballs at each other, and in the end they can't tell what to paint.
You can read all about it on my Reddit.
It's all on my Reddit thread.
I fucking love Jordan Peterson.
Oh, it's great. Sargon of Akkad is the greatest writer of modern times.
All of you die. This film just kind of starts nowhere and gets
Progressively
Nowhere.
nowhere.
no. It gets nowhere.
So, guys, BMA wins.
They won the Academy.
You know what? There was no threat to this film because the bad lady didn't seem to like. She wasn't like doing that well. They didn't show her doing. They didn't show her as being good at anything really.
She shot him with the.
I fucking shoot this film with its stupid face. Oh, I'm so happy.
So, as I understand it,
Jesus Christ. Half of this film is in slow motion. Do you reckon the original runtime was like 30 minutes?
Shit, I don't have enough. What should we do? Just fucking slow it down. Who gives a shit?
Half speed, half speed.
your ass's grass paintball park now belong to TJ and Benji.
Waste of space. Waste of space.
And then a nuclear bomb hits and Fred starts.
I like to think that this is the prequel to Threads.
I kind of miss Fred's.
Yeah.
I want to see more nuclear misery and despair. I'm missing nuclear despair.
You know what would actually really perk this film up is if all of this cheering died down and then they looked to the sky and a bomb dropped.
But it becomes ultra realistic. Like the film quality drops. Like it's no longer shot on DV. It's now shot on 16mm. Just for no reason.
You see a mushroom cloud and Gary Busey melts.
No, Gary Busey lit the nuke. He's riding it Strangelove style.
Woo! That's the role Gary Busey needs to play.
Where did she? Oh, she was there.
Oh, she doesn't care about the weed anymore now that he runs a successful Bikini Model Academy.
You know how to exploit women. You're a great guy.
Let's go into the bushes and do some more stuff.
Let's go to the bushes and make more weird guttural screams.
I could even possibly take my top off again. If the contract permits.
Which it does. I believe the contract literally just says you get to take your top off. You have to take your top off over and over again in Comic Sans, and it was handwritten.
By Straw Weissman. With one hand.
Yeah, and the paper was originally black, but it turned white because, well, you know.
Oh. Yeah. Whole lot of muck going on.
What prove that I fought from?
Stop now. Stop film.
Do you reckon that Donald Trump watched this film before he became president?
Well, Donald Trump used to host a lot of those. He used to judge a lot of those Miss America things.
Because this came out a year before the US elections.
I imagine this film resonated. Oh wait, why is there a narration now?
When you look at it, there's no such thing as an ordinary average girl. The boys were right after all.
But there are only such things as incredibly gentrified, over the top.
If you just know where to look and how to find it, deep down, we're all bikini models. Thank you so much. This is a dream come true.
I don't even want to use the defence that it's like I don't. This isn't meant to be ironic, is it? It's not like a parody.
No.
I don't know if I can even forgive it, even if that was the case, because it's so stupid.
Ben, enjoy the dubstep remix of Pomp and Circumstance.
It is like Caligula.
It is like Caligula. We are watching the fall of an empire.
This is the remake of Caligula.
I believe that this was the
This
end.
is Caligula 2. Oh, no, there's a Caligula 2.
There is. Messalina.
Did you say Bikini Model Academy?
I believe that this is the starting pistol on the end of civilization.
We're going to watch them all get their fucking diplomas.
Yes, for being bikini models.
Fucking hell.
Where does one
For
go?
doing what?
For being bikini models.
For standing in a pose.
In a bikini. That's difficult, Ben. I don't know if you ever tried posing in a bikini.
Many times.
Even Gary Busey gets some at the end of this.
It's the least he deserves. He was asleep for half the film.
I like the gratuitous butt shots all the way through
What am I
this.
doing now? You're making out with the older lady. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Model Academy 2015 graduating class.
And now, on the way to the Dole office.
Would you be surprised to learn that there was a sequel?
Oh, no.
There isn't a sequel.
There isn't a sequel.
I wish there was a sequel.
I thought you were going to pull it out from behind the couch, just like, surprise!
Scary Mary's going into college.
We don't care!
Running for Congress.
I like the fact that they think that we care what happened to
We
these
don't give a
characters.
fucking shit about these characters we spent 2 minutes learning about.
Russian spy. She was recently deported.
Just go away.
Keeping her day job.
Go away, film.
She's also successful.
All that splotches in the credits is all the fucking cum that was fired on the screen.
By Straw Weissman.
Yeah. It's multicoloured. Because he drinks a lot of
Food dye.
food dye. Just raw food dye.
It wouldn't surprise me. He's cutting coke on the table, drinking food dye, and just going, ah!
Happily ever after with TJ in Sherman Oaks, California.
Oh my god, make it go.
TJ
Film,
merged
stop.
the schools, and now it's the Big Top Bikini Model Academy and Paint Ballpark. And yes,
To quote Roger Ebert, I hated this movie. He might have been talking about another film, but it's apt here. I hated this movie. Hated this movie.
He opens a massage parlour.
To quote the lady that Roger Ebert spoke to outside the water fountain when he saw Caligula, this film is the worst piece of shit I've ever seen.
getting married in the fall.
Well, I'll save Let's Ruin.
Gangina is doing just fine.
Dan, you can't just go quiet when boobies go on the screen. That makes you look like a fucking weirdo.
But boobs, Ben. I'll save.
I'm kind of over boobs now after watching this film.
Yeah, this film's.
I kind of don't need to see any more
This
boobs ever
film's.
again.
This film's made me celibate.
Did we need to wear it now on every single minor character who got a walk-on role?
Yes, we.
Fucking hell, it's
Yes,
still going.
yes, we did, Ben.
Fucking hell.
We needed this,
want it.
Ben. Ben, we
I don't
needed
want
this. We
I don't
needed
want
this.
I
We
don't
needed
want
this, Ben.
You-
This was needed,
I
Ben.
don't want
We
help.
needed it.
No.
Just enjoy the Bikini Model Academy theme.
Enough. We're done. Bye. The second assistant director was called Champagne.
Apparently.
What?
Unless it was literally champagne. Second,
You know what? It might as well have been.
it might as well have been.
They'd have done a better fucking job. You didn't assistant direct shit.
Hey, the first AD's tired. Where's second AD? Glug,
Second
glug,
year
glug.
director, Alex Ferrari. Fuck you. That name's terrible. Adam Weissman played Father Tim.
Oh, the priest.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, Straw Weissman's in his 70s, so
Really?
yeah.
So a 17-year-old guy decided, I'm going to film a
A bikini model.
walk around.
Right, Straw Weissman wrote, his most famous film he wrote was a video nasty called Fight for Your Life, which was a very racist, violent film about hillbillies taking a black family hostage.
Why are all these people happy to have their names on the screen?
This is the question I ask. I
Bill
believe
Ruzel was the still photographer and the gaffer?
the only reason I believe that this film got made was because the women in this film needed showreel material.
I don't know. Maybe it's good showreel material if you were like getting a penthouse fucking job, but...
Could well be. Could well be. So Ben,
sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
So Ben, that was Bikini Model Academy. What did you think?
I loved it, it was great.
10 out of 10?
Easily. Best film ever. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch it again.
Right, good.
Right now.
That sounds
Getting
like-
up and I'm rewinding it.
You can rewind the DVD.
I'm going to rewind the DVD. I'm gonna track it. I'm gonna get the Betamax up and running. And we're gonna watch it again.
Hooray! Well,
can we stop this now? This is done now, right?
We've got to wait till the credits finish.
Why?
Because that's how this works.
Is there an after credits bit?
No.
Then let's stop it.
We're not going to stop it until the credits are done.
Well, even the credits are hurting me.
Yeah, well, you've got to live with
It's
that.
just names on a screen, but even that's just...
You haven't watched the film until you've watched everything in the film.
What was all the stock footage?
I don't know, but it was from clipcanvas.com. Clipcanvas.com for all your crappy Bikini Model Academy footage needs.
The Bikini Model Academy March. What?
That's the theme tune.
We're gonna rock the party.
Luka Karacha was
Play that
performed by
music.
Amir Islay, traditional folkloric.
Meaning it was free. Meaning you didn't have to pay anything for it.
Yes. They had the Sugar Plum Fairy music in this. And this track's called I Am a Rebel.
Well, good for this track.
It was performed by Queen Wiggy.
Was it Queen then?
That would be amazing.
Just theme tune by Queen.
The events, characters and films depicted in this motion picture are fictitious.
So it's not a documentary?
Damn, I was thinking...
Fuck.
So, look forward to the Dan and Ben...
So don't go looking for the Bikini Model Academy.
But do go looking for the Dan and Ben Bikini Model Academy.
It's still running. It's called the Weinstein Company. Ooh, satire!
Oh, whoa!
Satire that's now probably incredibly out of date because you don't put these out for a fucking year.
There'll be a delay on when we record. We're recording this in June.
Ben and Dan.
Or May.
Ben and Dan died shortly after the recording of this. They just couldn't take it anymore.
So that was Bikini Model Academy. I'm sure you
No.
thoroughly enjoyed
No.
this conversation.
No.
And this film.
No outro. Just turn it off.
Ben certainly enjoyed it, and I know that I personally found it very entertaining.
No, we have to stop now.
Thank you very much for joining us for this. There'll be another one probably in a few months' time. And until then, please stick around, leave a comment if you've watched this, let me know what you think. And we will see you in the near future.
BMA.
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 BMA.